If you thought I changed, I haven't. Still the mere mention of Megalodon, I get hyped and excited, bro. I'm still like a little kid in that area, and I don't think it'll ever change. So I've accepted it and I embrace it, right? So when this video, something like this pops up, I'm gonna click on it and watch it with y'all. Did the South African Navy encounter a giant Megalodon shark? Oh, we have to find out. So if you're new, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and join the fam. Just check it out.
Imagine you're swimming in the ocean, and suddenly you see a shadowy figure underwater slowly approaching you. Before you realize it, a 60-foot behemoth is already swimming a few feet away from you, ready to swallow any living creature within the vicinity. The beast is none other than the Megalodon, a supersized shark that appeared millions of years ago. They were far superior to the great whites we fear today, dominating the oceans completely. The Megalodon is one of the largest vertebrate predators in history. If these creatures were still alive today, they would easily be on top of the food chain. However, the last of their kind went extinct millions of years ago, or so they say. Many believe that these monsters are still stalking the Earth's oceans undetected by humans. In this video, we'll go through some of the most compelling points and evidence that prove the existence of the Megalodons. From a boat attack to a sonar detection, here are 15 scary shark sightings that might just be Megalodon. Number 15. David Stead's retelling. One of the most widely known sightings of the Megalodon was retold by Australian naturalist David Stead. According to him, in 1918, crayfish men at Port Stephens vehemently refused to go out to sea. At first, the men didn't reveal the reason why they didn't want to go to their regular fishing grounds around Broughton Island, but later on they revealed the horrifying reason. They saw a monstrous sea creature lurking near the area. They claimed to have a...
That's a good enough reason not to go back. You know what I mean? I just wanted to put that out there. I wouldn't go back. Hey, I wouldn't be out there, period.
Close encounter with a massive shark more than 100 feet in size. The creature luckily did not take an interest in them, but instead snatched the 3-foot crayfish pots, which were each filled to the brim with the day's catch. The men were floored by the sheer size of the shark, which they claimed to be a monster of unbelievable proportions. Because their livelihood comes from the ocean, they were familiar with all sorts of marine creatures, including whales and sharks. But according to them, the creature they saw was unlike anything they had seen before. Local fisheries around the vicinity refused to believe what the men saw, but the possibility of a large shark perturbed many fishermen. The creature was spotted several more times by other locals, and the most...
Like, why not take their word as valid? You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. This is their livelihood. They're out here. I'm pretty sure they've seen enough things out there to know that ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't supposed to, no. Y'all told me that was extinct.
Most interesting thing is that all the witnesses agreed that the giant fish was ghostly white. We've never confirmed whether the crayfish men really saw a Megalodon near Broughton Island, but with the size of the beast they saw, there is a possibility that they truly spotted one. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Number 14. Boat attack. Millions of years ago, Megalodons weren't picky about their habitat. They preferred to live in warmer waters, but they were distributed all around the world. They were known to have the nasty habit of ambushing their prey from below or behind, a feat they easily accomplished with their fast swimming ability and their enormous jaws. Another way they caught their prey off guard was by ramming them. Sounds like Megalodons were the real bullies of the ocean, and if they were alive today, they would have probably sunk many ships. Now let's take a look at this clip captured on a charter boat in 2013 off the coast of South Africa. As the people on the boat were engaged in night fishing, something strange happened. After a failed attempt of reeling in what they thought was a huge fish, something hit the boat from behind. A few seconds later, an unknown creature rammed the boat again, causing it to capsize.
Two things. Why are we night fishing out here? Number one, you know what I mean? Why do y'all have me out here in the darkness in one of the dangerous places I could ever be, the deep blue sea? No, I have no business. I should be in a warm bed in a home, safe and dry. You know what I mean? Like, no reason. Number 2, that boat is way too small. Too small, bro. I'm out that deep in the water. I need to be on Carnival or what's the other one? MSC or whatever it is. I need to be on those size boats. This too small.
Many people believe that the monster responsible for capsizing the boat was a megalodon. Number 3, Coast Guard. This is a video of a heart-stopping rescue operation of a man stranded in the ocean. You can see Coast Guards attempting to save the man, but it appears that he isn't alone. If you look closely, you'll see that a shadowy figure passed through at the top right part of the screen. Did you see it? Let's watch that again. You can see the Coast Guard struggling to help the man in the water because of the violent waves. You can clearly see a giant shark-like figure appearing in the camera frame before quickly disappearing. Remember, megalodons were known to be fast swimmers. The rescue operation was a success, but aside from one saved life, this clip led to speculation that these Coast Guards had a close call with a giant creature, which could possibly have been a megalodon. Number 12.
How does that make you feel to be in the water and knowing something can just breeze past you quickly and not even know it, and it's their decision if they want you or not? Yeah. No thank you.
Unexplored territory. Most fish are cold-blooded, so their body temperature is primarily regulated by their environment. However, it's largely believed that just like the great white sharks today, the megalodon was partially warm-blooded. As it swam, its body could generate heat to stay warm, allowing the beast to swim in colder waters. Now, you probably already know about this, but more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored.
Facts.
We've been living on Earth for more than 100,000 years, and yet the ocean is the one thing we still can't manage to fully study. After all, the ocean is just as, or even more terrifying than outer space. The ocean is filled with horrifying creatures, and as you go deeper, the scarier they get. The pressure at the bottom of the ocean is also 1,000 times more than what you feel at the surface. For comparison, just imagine yourself being pushed from all directions by the weight of 50 jumbo jets. Even if we somehow manage to find a way to survive the crushing pressure of the deep ocean, being in the dark abyss is like a one-way ticket to death. Many giant creatures are known to reside thousands of feet in the ocean, including whales and giant squid. Many believe that the megalodon lives among them. But how plausible is this theory? Millions of years ago, megalodons hunted near the shore, with large whales being their primary prey. There's no chance that we wouldn't be able to spot a 60-foot monster swallowing whales if the megalodon still hunted in shallow waters like it did millions of years ago. And so perhaps it learned to evolve and withstand the pressure and darkness thousands of feet in the ocean.
That's what I was thinking. If you're going extinct, you would try to figure out how to adapt. And what you may be accustomed to doing, you might have to change up. So maybe it migrated somewhere else, learn how to adapt there, and that's where it's been.
Sperm whales are known to be capable of diving between 3,000 to 10,000 feet underwater, and so it's possible that the megalodon learned to hide from humans and hunt quietly in the abyss. Number 11. Black Demon. The enduring tale of the Black Demon in Mexico is said to be one of the pieces of evidence that the megalodon still exists. The tale dates back to the 1560s when seafarers traversed the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula and claimed that they had seen a massive carnivorous fish swimming underneath ships and boats. Many sightings have also been reported in both the Pacific and Caribbean Oceans around Mexico. It was said that the creature was a black demon shark that had a penchant for overturning boats, attacking whales, and gobbling up large sea creatures in a single bite. This marine beast could have easily been a great white shark, but there's no way that a great white would have been able to do such feats. After all, adult whales were far more gigantic than great white sharks. Some eyewitnesses claim that the black demon shark was around 50 feet long, and after spreading terror, it quickly retreats deep into the ocean. Many conspiracy theorists and cryptozoologists believe that this black demon shark is none other than the megalodon. Number 10. Unknown shark. In 2018, this footage of an underwater deep sea shark sighting re-emerged online. The clip was claimed to have been captured by a submersible deep in the ocean, and it shows what appears to be a massive shark. The creature is unlike any we usually see in the shallower parts of the ocean, and it led to a long-standing debate to be started once again. Do megalodons still exist? And have they been living in the deepest part of our oceans? Great whites are known to be capable of swimming more than 3,000 feet deep in the water, but the shark in the footage is far too big to be one. Its eyes, color, and body shape are also incredibly different from that of a great white. You can see that the creature is extremely massive, and comparing the size of the cage to the shark led many to believe that it's more than 30 feet long. Still, a dwarf compared to the Megalodon, but larger than great whites. Others propose that perhaps this is a rare sleeper shark, an elusive but massive creature that spends its life sluggishly swimming at the bottom of the ocean. Regardless of what it is, we can all agree that this shark is a big one.
Oh yeah.
Number 9. Megalodon teeth. If there's one thing that makes the Megalodon distinct from other marine predators aside from its size, it's its teeth. In fact, the word Megalodon is derived from the Greek, which means giant tooth. Just like the sharks we see today, the Megalodon didn't have bones, and so most of the evidence we have of this creature's existence is teeth. Many teeth.
Yo, hey, y'all don't get enough of them shark cages. Every time I see them, I just be like, man, y'all are brave as can be, bro. Risk takers beyond my wildest dreams. No, it's no way.
This is also why it's hard to see a complete Megalodon fossil, and we have more fossil records of their teeth and poop than anything else. This creature is known to have the largest teeth of any shark that ever lived, and they had about 300 teeth. A single tooth can be more than 5 inches long and more than 4 inches wide. A single tooth was so large that some people even mistook it for being the tooth of a dragon. Megalodon tooth fossils have been found across the globe, but a pair of teeth turned out to be different from the others. In 1875, the British survey ship HMS Challenger discovered a pair of large teeth while dredging a seabed near Tahiti. The researchers were certain that the pair did not belong to any other shark. After all, only one creature had teeth as big as the ones they had discovered. After examining them, researchers concluded that they date back as recently as 10,000 to 15,000 years ago, contradicting the accepted fact that the giant creature went extinct more than 2 million years ago. 10,000 years is a far cry from 2 million. If this is true, this would mean that the Megalodon managed to live up to 10,000 years ago, undetected. Number 8. Meg in the Mariana Trench. Meg sounds like a sweet name, until you learn that it belongs to a 60-foot creature capable of crushing your car in just one bite. In the book of Steve Alton, Meg, or the Megalodon shark, was said to be residing in the deepest part of the Pacific Ocean, the Mariana Trench. It's the deepest location on Earth, with a depth of more than 36,000 feet. If Mount Everest was placed at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, you would still need to swim about 7,000 feet just to see its summit. With that being said, it doesn't sound too impossible for a 60-foot creature to be hiding in the trench, don't you think? Number 7. Great Barrier Reef sighting. Among the countless sightings of the Megalodon, one thing remains consistent: its inclination to cause trouble for seafarers. In the 1960s, an 85-foot-long ship was sailing along the outer edge of Australia's Great Barrier Reef when its engine suddenly failed. The crew was forced to weigh anchor until the vessel...
I'd be like, great, perfect timing, huh? Now I guess I know something's about to happen. That would be just my luck. Bro, I would have been so mad that would have happened with me on that boat. That's why I don't have no business out there.
The vessel was fully repaired, but while they were stuck on the Great Barrier Reef, they saw something they had never dreamed of. In fear of being ridiculed and doubted, the crew kept what they had seen to themselves until the captain of the ship broke his silence and revealed that they had seen a shark so massive that it was almost as long as their ship. As people of the sea, they were knowledgeable of the sea creatures that frequently appeared in the middle of the ocean, and the people on board were certain that they didn't see a giant whale, but instead a giant carnivorous shark. Number 6. Megalodon spotted on Google Earth.
Oh, yeah.
We have discovered a lot of things with the help of Google Earth and Google Maps, and among them is a Megalodon swimming in the ocean. At first glance, this marine creature indeed looks like a behemoth, but with how zoomed out the photo is, it's quite impossible to tell its exact size. But it's quite certain that this animal is over 40 feet long. Megalodons grew up to a staggering 60 feet, and sometimes they grew even larger. And while it is the largest carnivorous shark known to have ever lived, a creature today can compete with this behemoth in size. Whale sharks are known to max out at 60 feet in size. This creature is almost comparable to the Megalodon, without the bloodthirst. It was never confirmed whether this photo shows the gargantuan hunters or the gentle giants that live today. Number 5. Leftovers. The megalodons were voracious eaters and apex predators. They were so big and powerful that their favorite snack is one of the largest marine animals we know today, whales. If there's one thing that they couldn't resist, it was to devour any creature in their way. If these creatures are still alive to this day, one way to tell would be to observe their prey, which led us to a gruesome discovery in 2009. A father and son fishing in Hawaii stumbled upon a horrific sight: a huge beached whale. Seeing whale carcasses on the shore is normal. What's not is seeing it almost bitten in half. It appears that the creature was bitten by something incredibly massive, a creature with a bite so powerful that it cleanly chomped away the entire tail of the whale.
All right, explain that for all those who say, there's no such thing. Megalodon has been gone. Man, stop, L. Explain that then. What did that? What did that? That's what I want to know. Because ain't no regular just fish just doing that. No regular shark just doing that. What's doing that to that huge whale?
So far, this is the only time a whale carcass was found in such a state. Could it be that while swimming underwater, this whale narrowly managed to avoid being swallowed and eaten whole by the megalodon? And now it's time for today's topic. Did the South African Navy encounter a giant megalodon shark? It was said that in the 1930s, several people sailing on the Indian Ocean spotted a strange creature. Its massive round head was 10 to 12 feet across, and its body was more than 30 feet long. At first, the men thought that the thing they had stumbled upon was nothing but a whale, but they soon realized it was a monstrous shark after seeing its terrifying set of teeth. In the 1940s, another massive creature was spotted off Cape Town, South Africa. It was seen swimming around the submarine with its fin and tail out of the water. By comparing the length of the boat to the mysterious marine creature, it's estimated to be easily more than 60 feet in size. Both of these creatures were never caught, and to this day, they've never been seen again. Do you believe that megalodons continue to lurk in the ocean to this day? As always, comment down below with the hashtag today's topic, and let us know your opinion about what we just showed on screen. With that said, let's keep things moving. Number 4. Underwater sighting. It's easier to send people to outer space than send people thousands of feet below the ocean surface. Until we have the tech to do so, researchers settle on sending remote-operated vehicles deep in the ocean to get a glimpse of the ecosystem in the deep blue. So far, we've seen a lot of strange creatures, including small monstrous fish, giant jellies, and giant squid. It's a known fact that there are still a lot of marine creatures that we aren't aware of. But it's a different story when an underwater camera captures evidence of an animal that was supposed to be long gone from Earth. A deep-sea camera in the Pacific allegedly captured a giant fin of an unknown animal. When researchers analyzed the footage frame by frame to determine its whole size, they came to the conclusion that whatever it is, it's a massive 60-foot behemoth. Even if this creature isn't the megalodon, it's still really scary to think that something that big is lurking in our oceans. Number 3. Whale population decline. Great white sharks today eat approximately 11 tons of food annually. Meanwhile, the megalodon is a voracious predator that consumes over 1 ton of food daily to survive. Aside from whales, which were known to be their favorite, they also ate sharks, including great whites, seals, dolphins, and pretty much every other ocean creature that's smaller than them. To give you an idea of what can fit in their mouth, it can easily swallow 2 adult humans standing side by side. They were apex predators with all the abilities of a great hunter. When whale populations mysteriously started to decrease in Hawaii, some people became inclined to believe that the culprit was none other than the megalodon, stealthily snatching dwarf whales and pulling them deep in the ocean before devouring them. Doesn't this make you wonder how such a powerful creature went extinct and is now rumored to be forced to live in the abyss? According to researchers, these megasharks most likely suffered greatly as our planet entered a phase of global cooling. These behemoths were known to be fearless predators, but there was nothing they could do with the changing temperature of their habitat. Because of the drastic change in temperature, the megalodon, along with almost 40% of turtles and 35% of birds, became extinct. Many parts of the world also dried up, which slowly caused them to be driven to extinction. Number 2. Encounter of ZANE Grey. A novelist and a deep-sea angler, the encounter of Zane Grey is one of the most popular and accepted accounts of the Megalodon. In his book, Tales of Tahitian Waters, published in 1931, he claimed that he witnessed a man-eating monster in the South Pacific that was much longer than a 40-foot boat. He saw the massive beast while sailing off the French Polynesian island of Rangiroa around the late 1920s. In 1933, Gray's son Lauren backed up his father's accounts and claimed to have seen a massive shark approximately 100 miles northwest of Rangiroa while sailing on SS Manganui. Just like his father, he claimed that the creature, which they insisted was a shark, was a massive 40 to 50 foot long giant with a large brown tail. Lauren first thought that the creature was just a giant whale, but upon seeing the entirety of it, he claimed that it was unlike any other whale he had seen before. Number 1. Shark sonar. One of the most useful inventions we have today is the sonar. Who would have known that sound can be used to examine the bottom of the ocean? The depths of the ocean can be measured by sonar, which stands for Sound Navigation and Ranging Device. Sound waves are sent out by the device, and the time it takes for the echo to return is measured. Through this,
I feel like we're gonna come up with a few more advancements in technology that's gonna allow us to cover a lot more ground in the ocean, see and discover a lot more. I feel like that's coming. It's about to happen. So
the depth of the water can be measured easily. It's also used in the fishing industry. Through this device, fishermen can easily detect if fish are directly under the vessel with the use of the ultrasonic sound waves. This is also how the shark researchers managed to spot a large fish off the New England coast. The sonar image showed what appeared to be a bullet-shaped sea creature with a big fin. The creature was estimated to be about 50 feet long and about a whopping 40 tons. However, the huge fish disappeared before researchers could do something, and it was never seen again. If megalodons truly still exist to this day, then I guess we have a lot more reasons not to venture further into the abyss of the ocean. But do you think it's possible that this leviathan of the deep still lives to this day? Or do you think we're far better without these apex predators in our oceans?
both can be true. I think we're better off with, you know what I mean? But I think they do still exist. And no, I know y'all know I think they exist, but I just think they had to adapt. And adapting may have required them to be closer to the ocean floor at all times. Whatever it was is keeping us from seeing them. But that could all change in the blink of an eye, man. That could change. So just be careful, though. Don't be naive. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be naive. Respect that ocean, fam. It's dangerous. Y'all get at me. Let me know what you thought. Till next one, I'm gone. Peace.